My wife cheated and now wants an open marriage.
Just looking at our options here.
So my wife, female 30, and I, male 33, have been married for 8 years now. We had a fair bit of ups and downs during our marriage. 5 years ago, I found out that my wife had cheated on me with a man she knew from Tinder. It's already happened?
3 years ago. Or 5 years ago did it happen?
This is 5 years ago.
Oh, that's even worse.
3 years into the relationship.
How
or
did
into
you
the marriage.
find out?
She told me that after they hooked up 3 times or so. By the way, this comes from Soggy Ride 9013. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, first, I was shocked and wanted to divorce because cheating is a no-go for me. However,
Oh, no.
she told me how sorry she was and that she only loves me, and she was really trying her best to show me that I can trust her again. And I did.
Dude.
OP.
You fell for it. You got
OP.
vagina-manized.
Oh,
Hypnotized,
yeah, no, I
vagina-manized.
understand.
Because she uses her.
Now let me
Hypnotizing.
introduce to you my wife's best friend, Chris, male 31. Best friend, best friend,
Wink, wink.
best friend.
Wink, 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 wink.
They've known each other for 15 years or so, and whenever we had issues, she always ran to him to talk. Chris is single. He has had some relationships, but it never lasted that long. I know he has feelings for my wife. Dude, come on. We can't be this blind. We can't be.
She's always going on long rides
Lord.
at night, and sometimes sees Chris.
He is always telling me that he wants a girlfriend that is just like my wife,
Oh! Oh!
and keeps telling her that I do not deserve her.
Oh!
This ain't your friend!
This is not your friend, OP. I want someone that's just like your wife. More like, I want your wife. Take out a few of those words there.
I never thought much about it because in my head, Chris is like a bootlicker, and I never thought that he had a chance at my wife. Girl,
Brother.
my guy,
Sir.
anyone has a chance at your wife.
Sounds like it. She'll give about anybody a chance.
Fast forward 6 months ago, we again had our ups and downs, and my wife shocked me with the suggestion of opening up our marriage.
Oh my gosh.
She's already opened it up. It's been open. I was shocked and immediately told her that I didn't want that. At this point, we did not have spicy sleep for like 8 months or so. Well, she had spicy sleep, I can assure you.
You didn't have
You
spicy
didn't
sleep
have
for
it.
8 months.
She was never in the mood. And after trying many times to have spicy sleep with her, I just kind of stopped because I didn't want to push her. I love spicy sleep, and being spiceless for 8 months made me really unhappy. So the more I thought about her suggestion, the more I wanted to try it out. So I agreed.
No. This is a trap and a tactic.
She was baffled at first, but in the end, we both agreed and made up some rules which involved there are no feelings involved either from us or the person we have spicy sleep with. No spicy sleep in our apartment. We tell each other when we have spicy sleep with someone else. We always use protection. I have a coworker, female 28. Let's call her Sarah. She's a very flirtatious girl, and I always thought she was a bit into me. One night after our shift ended, we walked to the bus stop together, and I told her about the open marriage thing. She was immediately all ears and was very interested. She joked about that if I wanted to shoot my shot, I could always ask her. So I did. I told her about the rules and the feelings thing. She made it very clear that she finds me spicily attractive, but that there are no feelings. Well, usually
those develop later.
Nah, she just wants a new ride.
The next day, I talked to my wife about my coworker, and she told me I can go for it. Some days later, I went to Sarah's place, and we had spicy sleep. It felt good, but it was not the same feeling as having spicy sleep with my wife.
And then I got sad.
The following days, my wife was really quiet, and we did not talk at all. Wow.
I wonder
It didn't
why.
work. Didn't see that coming. I knew something was wrong, so I confronted her. I thought maybe it was because of me having spicy sleep with Sarah. Oh boy, was I wrong. She told me that Chris and her had had spicy sleep.
Oh, interesting. Don't we have like a rules about that?
Don't we have like 4 rules, and one of them is just tell me before you have spicy sleep with someone?
And isn't the other rule that you don't have any kind of emotional connection to them?
Wow, you got 2 out of the 4 in one go. After hearing this, I effing screamed at her, and we got into a huge fight. Not only did she break the rule of not telling me when she had spicy sleep with someone else, she also broke the first rule about the feelings. Her excuse was that we never made clear when we should tell each other when we have spicy sleep with someone else, before it is happening or afterwards.
Or wow.
Come on, girl.
Don't forget that too.
Come on. But what really tipped me off was that she was trying to convince me that Chris had no feelings for her. I mean, Chris basically told OP that he had feelings for his wife. In her eyes, I was overreacting way too much. I did not talk to her for 2 days now, and I'm staying at a friend's house at the moment. In my head, I keep thinking that Chris is somehow manipulating her, so she separates from me. So am I the a-hole? And there is an edit and an update. Dude, Chris doesn't have to do a single thing.
I saw a meme a while ago where it's like how other dudes be talking to your girlfriend. And the dude's like, he's manipulating you. He said that to you, but you did nothing wrong. How could you let him do that to you?
Exactly.
And then it's like, and the girlfriend's like, hey, babe, we should talk about a few things. And the guy's like, oh, like, let's talk. But you're just getting worm-tongued over there.
You're getting worm-tongued.
Get it?
I do. Yeah, man.
Lord of the Rings reference.
Lord of the Rings reference, man. OP, Chris really didn't have to do much. She already cheated on you.
He was lining this up for months.
Yeah, come on. She's been lining this up, I don't know, maybe 15 years. Edit. Seems like I'm a bootlicker myself. Oh, the irony.
Oh, no.
And there's an update. Thanks to all the harsh comments calling me a witch, idiot, doormat, etc. It really made me realize what an effing loser I am.
Bro, it's okay. You had no one else to talk to because your wife wanted open marriage and your friend Chris wanted to have an open marriage with your wife.
Oh, man.
You just didn't have anyone to bounce good ideas off of.
Yeah. Anyhow, got an update, and I'm also answering some questions. Yes, my wife is fairly attractive. I heard that from colleagues on multiple occasions. She's that Pilates, yoga, fitness type woman. She's got a front airbag job 6 years ago, which I paid for, LMAO.
Oh!
This is 1 year before she cheated, by the way. Nice butt, brown hair, green eyes. Me, on the other hand, I'm fairly average looking. Besides my height and physique, I don't have anything else going for her. Because of my wife's fitness addiction, I got into it as well, and as a result, got pretty jacked.
Fitting this D in her mouth addiction, more like.
Oh, boy.
Riley.
We need to move on from this story. My best friend and I came to the conclusion that she's only with me for financial security. Yeah, I mean, you paid for her front airbag job. She's getting financial security from you. I got a solid education, well-paying job, plus my parents are wealthy. You have that generational wealth. My wife has not been working for 3 years or so. I was also planning on buying a house this year. Yes, I think so too, that my wife had spicy sleep with Chris and probably other men before the incident.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't
think
even
so
know what
too.
she's doing to herself. She's not working. She's over there
Canoodling.
with her
Chris.
brand new front airbags with everybody.
Uh-huh. Let's go to the update, however. I am still at my friend's place. In my mind, this marriage is over and I'm filing for divorce. Good. I tried to tell her that yesterday over the phone, but she was not answering my calls for 3 hours or so. So I sent her a text before going to bed, telling her that it's probably the best to separate and that I want to file for divorce.
I think you should call Chris instead. He might pick up.
He might. Yeah, she might be with him. I woke up to an excess of messages. She was angry at me at first, but shifted to apologizing and wanting to work things out. We agreed on seeing each other today. So the next update will probably be the last one. By the way, I'm going to update you on all the full episodes of stories just like this we've got on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. Just search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. But do you have any final relevant thoughts?
I'm going to read this comment. Kimberly Fine says, Riley, that can take a weird turn. Had a boss who got his wife big old bitties tattooed on his back because I paid for him, so I get to keep them. Failed to see the law in his logic that he can't see them.
He got them tattooed
What?
on his back, so he can't see the tiggle bitties.
That's silly, man. Are you to look into a mirror or something?
Had a boss who got his.
So basically, he got his wife's, like, a tattoo of his wife's front airbags, but on his back, so he couldn't even see them. Silly man. But there's a second update, folks. Yeah, I think leaving your partner, honestly, should have left her after she cheated on you the first time. Definitely should have left her after she asked about the open marriage. And certainly should have left her now. But there's a second update, folks. This will probably be my last update. I just had lunch with my wife and it was blatantly obvious how she was trying to manipulate me again. She confessed everything. Her and Chris had spicy sleep for over a year now. She started crying and how it's all her fault and how she wants to get back with me. However, I've had enough of this. I told her that I'm going to file for divorce and left her crying at the restaurant. Meanwhile, I've already made arrangements with our family lawyer. I'm staying at my dad's place for a couple of days so things can cool off a bit. He's very supportive and is actively helping me with the divorce. And some top comments deleted says, what do you even see in your wife? You sound like roommates that just argue all the time. She's hot, dude. We already know. OP says she was very loving and caring and hot. And that's why I married her. We were planning to have kids. I don't know what has changed, honestly. I was the guy who always tried to rekindle our relationship, but maybe she's just not into me anymore.
There we go.
My parents got divorced when I was 9, and it really hit me. So I always wanted to make it better. But at this point, a divorce might be the best option. I don't want to bring up any kids in a relationship like this. Ring card says a single guy telling the husband that he doesn't deserve her is a deal breaker. If they're willing to say that out loud to the husband's face, they are announcing that they don't recognize the boundaries of your marriage, and the only thing stopping them is the right opportunity.
I think, oh, you don't deserve her in a joking matter? Sure. But I want someone that's just like your wife. You're not my friend anymore.
Well, I don't think they were friends. I think Chris and his wife were friends.
Oh, but even so, I'm probably going to be like,
yeah, wife, what are you doing?
no, you guys can't be friends.
You cannot be
like,
friends.
What are you doing?
OP says, reading your comment made me realize what an effing prick that guy actually is. You're totally right. Obviously.
He was the one that did this. He made this happen.
Father's Gravy says, my guy, will you please have some self-respect and leave this woman? This is some of the most ridiculous crap I've read. She cheated on you multiple times, opened the marriage up because she doesn't find you attractive, and that doesn't even follow the rules. She doesn't respect you. Digital Drew says, agree. Divorce this woman before she has a chance to get pregnant, and all 3 of you wind up on Maury for some DNA results. Just that guy, 1212, says, let's be honest. Your wife opened up the relationship just to sleep with Chris. We all know that, if she hadn't already slept with Chris. Wasted Aquarium says she opened it up because she was already effing Chris. BH Yellow says your wife's been banging Chris for at least 8 months. Get out. Agreed. I honestly agree with that. Highlander 1981-16 says, I never get these scenarios. I need someone to make it make sense. Did they realize after 15 years now they want to sleep with each other? In my opinion, that is what a romantic relationship is. Best friends that F. Why didn't they get together over the previous freaking 15 years long before OP was in the picture? Maz is no more says Chris is probably a crappy boyfriend, which is why he can't keep a relationship, but he's a pipe layer, so the wife keeps him around.
Always need a plumber.
Always need a plumber. Man, oh man. Yikes. Dude, yikes. Be very aware when someone cheats on you that is probably not going to work out. Sometimes it can. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But yikes, man. This one wasn't going to work out.
That one was not going to work out whatsoever. And, oh, man, that would hurt. Guys, what do you guys think? If you pay for enhancements, do you get to play with them?
Consensually.
Of course. I mean, okay, hear me out. If you
consensually,
if someone's like, oh, you get the enhancements, the consensually is already there. The consent is already there.
No.
Automatically, the consent is already there.
That's false. Bad.
What do you mean?
No,
That's not how it works.
that's not how consent works.
What? If someone's in a relationship and they're like, I want enhancements, and you pay for them, the consent is already there.
That's false.
They wanted it.
No.
What do you mean?
The
Why is the consent not there?
Having the work done is there.
Yes.
But not
Okay,
for
okay,
you playing with them.
Here we go. We're in a relationship. We're married. You come to me and you're like, hey, babe, I need a BBL. And I'm like, what in the world? Why do you need a BBL? You basically already have one. But we come to the conclusion and I'm like, okay, I'll buy you a BBL. The consent is already there because you wanted it in the first place.
No, but then if Andrew says, don't touch me.
But we're in a relationship.
Yeah, okay. You
You're
still
like,
have to have
the
consent in a relationship.
the consent's not the issue in this part.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
so okay, I know the jokes that you're trying to make.
I understand.
And I understand that you know that in your head consent's already there. We're just clarifying for people online
for
that maybe
for
don't
our
get that.
viewers that
Yeah.
Riley is saying with consent.
Yes.
That's
yes.
what we're saying.
We're just trying to
We're
save
just
your
clarifying
butt,
for
dude.
you.
Add it.
Yes.
Add it in there. I'm just thinking that this is already a married couple.
Yes, but
where,
you
like,
still
the
have to have
consent is
consent
already-
in marriage.
Is already there.
You still
Yeah,
gotta
but-
have active, enthusiastic consent in marriage.
Exactly.
Any relationship always have enthusiastic consent.
And Riley knows that, guys.
Riley knows
He's
that.
Just not wording it right now.
He's just
I just
really
didn't-
excited about.
I just
playing
didn't
with-
think we had to add it. Can we just put in parentheses at the very small and the bottom?
Yes.
Consent is always needed.
Yes.
Okay, great. Because I want that to be a thing. If you pay
There
for
we
them, you
go.
get to play with them.
Consensually.
At the bottom. Consensually. There.
But there's
All right.
a little bit.
There's a little bit left?
There's no more left. There's
Okay.
another
Oh
story.
my God.
sorry.
Okay, let me get
There's
the other
another
story
story.
lined
It's
up.
like there's
Here.
no way.
Or another story.
My new coworker makes me want to end my marriage.
They're just so hot in the way they work hard.
I, female 30, have been married to my husband, male 36, for 2 years after dating for 2. He is my soulmate. He is the best person I know, and we have a great relationship. Unfortunately, bedroom fun is quite bland. His libido is much lower than mine, but this has been okay for me so far because I love this man so much. By the way, this comes from Shiny Bus, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, I had only one boyfriend before him, with whom I've lived for 4 years. Bedroom fun was much better with him, but I broke up with him because he didn't want to get married, and I did. About 1 year ago, a new guy, male 24, joined the company where I work. I met him the week he started and found him quite attractive, but didn't think too much of it.
Oh boy.
We started working back in the office in January this year, and I have had lunch with him every day, as well as other coworkers. He has a great personality, and we have a lot in common. Sometimes we look at each other and break eye contact after it gets a bit too much.
I would never do that with a coworker ever.
You would,
That would be
you do
so
that
weird.
all the time with Keon. You can't deny that. I know he's not here. Just because he's not here doesn't mean that it didn't exist.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We talk a lot during lunch, but not much during work hours. I've been wearing more revealing clothes, and I've noticed him looking at my chest a couple times when no one is watching, and then we smile at each other.
Dude.
It has become a game for us now. Oh my gosh, this is so spicy.
She's trying to cheat.
She's married.
She's married, Sophia.
Oh, this is terrible.
She's married.
I didn't. Oh no.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part. I was eating.
Yeah, she's
This is terrible.
It would be fun if they were, not being like cheaters.
You guys suck. I take it
yeah,
back.
come on, man.
And like, it wouldn't be this bad if you didn't describe your husband as your soulmate.
I mean, it still would
pretty
be pretty bad.
No, but I mean, if it was like my husband doesn't really,
That's true.
Like, I kind
look
of
at
want to leave him
me,
anyway.
He's bad. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
divorce and then get with someone else.
Right.
But
But yeah, he's
what are we,
good.
soulmate? Like this, you have so many feelings involved with your husband. Why are you, like, I don't know, doing
Throwing it
this?
away.
She's honestly, I think this is just a lust thing. Like, she
Yeah.
finds
Oh,
someone
absolutely.
attractive and she wants that physical connection where she already has an
Right.
emotional, like,
She
thing
wants
connection.
the excitement over here. My desk is close to the toilets, and there is no one else in this area except me. Sometimes he comes to the toilet and looks up at me, and I bend over to pick something up so he has a better look into my shirt. Today, we
Girl!
Girl.
Wait. Do you guys remember that movie,
Bridget Jones.
Yes, the cat thing where she goes.
Yeah, I do know where you're
That thing, that's what you're doing, girl.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But today we kind of crossed a line, and that is why I'm writing this. Of course, because the line has not been crossed already.
You haven't been crossing the whole time.
Nope. We were having lunch with other coworkers, but then they all left and we were sitting alone. We had the best conversation I've had in a long time. We were laughing a lot and just enjoying our time together. When we finished, we went to throw the trash and clean the dishes. I was standing in front of the trash bin when he came and hugged me from behind. Uh-oh.
At the trash can, because this is trashy.
Because you guys are trashy.
Yeah, trashy. He placed his arms around my waist and his head on my shoulder. I was wearing a shirt that shows a lot of cleavage, and I'm sure he was looking at my chest during this time. I felt a mix of this weird adrenaline and arousal, as well as some panic. I am a married woman, and I know this was not okay. It would break my heart to know my husband would hug another woman like this.
You suck.
Oh, My heavens.
Girl, reality is you're already cheating. You're already changing the way you look so another man can look at you. You're already doing activities and actions so another man can look at you. We've already crossed this line a while ago.
Already crossed this line. You've just crossed the line into self-awareness. That's where
Self-awareness,
we're at.
And it has now become physical.
Yeah, well, I think before OP was like, oh, it's just a fantasy. It's not anything real, but now it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not really wearing revealing clothes just for him, am I? It's just for me.
Also, Maritza says, Riley, your bend and snap needs work. I haven't had to use it in a while.
I loved it. He kept holding me, and I think he wanted me to turn around and kiss him, but I didn't. Even though I really, really wanted to, I was able to control myself.
Oh, no, you aren't.
He let go of me after a while, and we finished cleaning everything up in silence and just said goodbye. However, I can't stop thinking about him and our hug. When I think of him, this strange, overwhelming excitement takes over me, and it makes me feel really good and full of life.
Get a love surge.
Yeah.
What happened to a good old boner?
He's referencing a TikTok. I hope you guys get it.
So Sean is having a love surge right now, and he's gonna wrap around me and shake with the electricity of love until I catch it too and start shaking, and then you explode with a love surge.
The few times me and my husband have had bedroom fun since February, I am always thinking about my new coworker. I feel terrible for what I'm doing. I know it's wrong and my husband doesn't deserve this. Please don't judge. I'm here to get help and advice. I know I'm doing something very immoral even though we haven't kissed or anything else. I love my husband and I see myself with him for the rest of my life even if the bedroom fun is not the best. He is my best friend and an amazing person who makes me very happy. This new coworker is someone I don't even know, and I don't think this will lead to a relationship, but it has made me feel so good and excited in a way that I hadn't felt in a long time. The feeling that takes over my body when I talk to him is so powerful that I've started to think that I would actually sacrifice my marriage just to have bedroom fun with him.
He's going to sacrifice his marriage.
This is the 10%. You're looking at, like, you have 90% of what you want in a relationship, but this is the 10%, and you're willing to risk your 90% to get with the 10%.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. But also it's really crazy that she was like, I don't think this will lead to a relationship. I don't want to throw my marriage away from this. And then in the next sentence, she was like, okay, but every time we speak, I just think I might throw away my marriage.
It's
just
a crush.
For him.
You just have a crush. That's what this is. This is like a little fling, summary.
Yeah.
What's that one movie?
Grease?
Yes, thank you. That thing. That's what that is.
Summer lovin'. Yeah, exactly.
Does he look like a...
Even if we don't get into a relationship, I think we have such a strong chemistry that it would be amazing. I don't want to cheat on my husband, so I'm thinking of asking him for an open marriage. He knows my libido is higher, so maybe he will be okay with it. If I'm honest with myself, I think it would hurt him a lot that I even ask, but maybe he will say yes because he knows I'm not 100% happy with our bedroom fun. Would me asking this be the end of our marriage or a solution to my dilemma? Also, leaving my job is not an option. I am one of the top managers and my salary is very high. I doubt I would be able to find another job with this salary in the short or medium term. We don't work in the same department, so I'm not his boss and have no influence on his position or salary, just to clarify. Again, please don't judge me. I feel crap enough as things are. What would you do if you were me? Ask my husband for an open marriage, ignore my feelings, and just stop this little game? Please help me understand my situation from an outside perspective so that I don't ruin my marriage for nothing. And there is a small update, but what do you think OP should do?
2 things. Number 1.
Yep.
I would start analyzing your relationship with your husband and see if this is just a friendship or if this is actually marriage. Because in this marriage, you're lacking a physical connection, which we are realizing is very important to you, OP.
Yeah, and it seems like they've talked about that. That's what it seems like. And he knows that she doesn't have as much fun with how they're doing things in the bedroom and everything. So I wonder if it's been something that they've tried to work on or if it's something that he's just kind of like, I just like don't want to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Which is like, okay in itself, but it's just you might need to have a different discussion.
And that brings me to my second point. If you've realized, he is more than a friend, he's my actual soulmate.
Yeah.
I think going to like some sort of counseling, like a spicy counselor or counseling in general, to align yourself with a physical attraction, because you're getting this physical attraction with a coworker and it's super fun at games, but you need to have this with your husband. Or the third thing, you just might need to end it all and try again, because there's
Yeah.
something missing in this relationship and you're longing for that.
And also, the answer is not open marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Definitely
no.
don't go for open marriage. It's not going to work out how you want
Also,
it
because
to.
you already have someone in mind. So
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah, and
yeah, exactly.
And open marriage only works 8% of the time. We've done the math. We see it all the time.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to work here.
It's definitely not
not
gonna
work here.
Yeah, so you definitely have to ignore your feelings. Maybe talk to your husband about it. Try to figure out what will be more exciting for you. But there is a small update. So thank you everyone for your take on my situation. After taking a couple hours to think more about this, I've decided to bring it up with my husband this weekend. I will wait until Friday evening after work so that we can both talk it out during the weekend without affecting work. If he wants to continue being married to me, then we need to talk about the bedroom situation and fix it as best we can. If he decides to divorce me, then I will respect his decision and let him keep our house because I feel really crappy for letting this game get so far. I bet you won't feel really crappy when you're feeling up this other coworker. Uh-oh.
My
Am I wrong?
girlfriend, everyone.
It's true.
That's her.
It's true.
There she
You would have
is.
said that if I didn't.
No.
Dude, you were
Roll the
just
tapes.
saying-
You said so
yeah.
many
I have no idea
other
what you're talking about.
crazier things.
You don't have any proof.
We literally have 3 cameras pointing at you right now and a giant microphone in your face.
You have no proof. Prove it then. Go ahead.
Okay,
Roll the tape.
we'll rewind it.
Oh, wow. Look, you don't even have the tape. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. There are some comments. Comment number 1 says, quote, I will make me end my relationship. Fixed the title for you. Stop putting blame on him. Know what you are doing. Asking for any open marriage will most definitely cause more problems. If he even says yes, it might work for a bit, but you're not asking for open. You're asking to cheat with somebody specific. That's not good intentions. Just stop what you are doing. Stop blaming him. Just stop. Comment number 2 says, he's not your soulmate. Don't throw that word around. You don't knowingly hurt and betray your soulmate or someone you love. Seems like you weren't ready for a marriage. And it also seems like you essentially settled for your now husband, poor guy, because you say you broke up with your last boyfriend because he didn't want to marry you and you enjoyed your time with him more. Honestly, just have a clean divorce from this man and let him find his true soulmate. You seem like you're more into yourself and enjoy being chased and wanted from someone who isn't your husband. You pretty much already cheated in my eyes because you entertained another man. You let him essentially grope you from behind and you did nothing about it. Hope for the best outcome for you, regardless of the fact that you seem like you only care about yourself instead of having a normal conversation with your husband and not actively trying to cheat on him. Comment number 3 says, what I do in those situations is fantasize about the full picture. Say you sleep with the 24-year-old. It's amazing. You have mind-blowing spicy sleep. And now you leave your husband. Now what? You're dating the 24-year-old. You work with him. Suddenly, the rush isn't there so much anymore. There's a new 22-year-old at work that the guy is now flirting with. He's only 24 and wants to fool around with another woman. You were a fun game to him. Oh, you start to miss your husband yet? And there is an update. But honestly, yeah, that's a good way to do it. It's being realistic about the situation.
Yeah, long term.
Yeah. Because she knows this isn't like a relationship that she just thinks is better than her relationship. Like she knows that she's just in this marriage. It's been comfortable and she's put up with this stuff that she's missed out on because she loves him. But now that, they went on and that part didn't really get as exciting or any more exciting than it needed to be, then now
She's got this temptation in front of her.
Yeah.
This fresh new meat stick.
Uh-oh.
She's trying to get a little nibble at.
See, you say way worse things than I do.
I have no idea what you're
You
talking
say
about.
way worse things than I do.
So she needs to realize, am I going to cash out my nice little comfy relationship for a little meat stick?
Sure. But there is an update. So, many people wrote me horrible things thinking that I'm an awful person for behaving like this. I know that this may sound like that, and I do feel bad about everything. But marrying and living with someone who is not fulfilling you is really difficult. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. So dramatic.
I
Dude.
wouldn't wish it on anyone, and I definitely couldn't have communicated any of these thoughts or feelings.
Also,
I had to cheat.
what's really bothering me is the lack of accountability. I have not seen her once be like, I'm in the wrong. What's up with this?
Well, I mean,
she's putting it on her husband, saying, "Oh my gosh, he's not fulfilling my needs," and then he's putting it on the coworker. "Oh my gosh, he's making me want to do it."
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I will say she is saying that she's in the wrong, that she's effed up for doing
A
this.
little bit.
Well, she
She's-
said she
but-
feels bad.
But she's not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So like I'll give her that. I guess she's saying it. We can't like rag on her for that, but still in the wrong because she's not doing anything. He is an amazing person, so it makes it really hard. If he was not nice to me or we had other issues, it would be an easier decision. But because everything except spicy sleep is fantastic, it's really tough. Imagine finding someone you love dearly and who loves you just as dearly, but he has really low libido and you have really high, so you feel unwanted, undesired, and unfulfilled.
And
Yeah, you
then I
feel
want a conversation about that.
Exactly.
But you are feeling unfulfilled.
Right, because it's not just about libido, I think. Like it's not just about like, oh, I just like this stuff more than you do. It's like I feel like
She wants to be filled.
yeah, exactly. But I feel like there's still things that you can do to like say like, you know, okay, maybe I don't know, not as often. I don't want to do these things as often, but like the things that we do during. What's going on over there, Riley?
She's trying to figure out a way to fill herself up with love.
It's not even a good joke that you're cracking up over there about. It's not even that good. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could figure some sort of compromise out and not just like, you know, just be like, well, yeah, we just are completely incompatible in that sense and there's nothing we can do about it, you know? So.
Sounds like a conversation to fill the space.
Yeah, exactly. That was my situation, and I tried to navigate it as best as I could. I know some people judged me for flirting with my coworker, male 25, and I accept that I did some bad things, but it wasn't actually cheating. Being real, many people in relationships are attracted to others who are not their partner and flirt a little bit. That's not cheating, but it's not okay either.
Okay, stop trying to justify yourself and get to the point.
Yeah, because that's also like, yeah, every couple will have a different tolerance for what you can do with other people.
Yeah.
Every couple will define cheating differently.
Yeah.
So you might think that that's
Yeah.
not cheating, and
Yeah.
that might make you feel a bit better, but does your husband know that? Did
Like-
you guys talk about that?
Like recently in our relationship, I was, you know, attracted to a blonde chick, but now I'm attracted to a redhead chick. And it's like, how do I navigate that in a relationship? And who knows? It might be blue hair soon. Who knows?
Yeah. How are you going to just keep jumping around for all these different women, Riley?
I don't know. It's fun fact. It's the same woman. I just gotta change my hair.
That makes it so much easier. That makes it so much easier then.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just what this is. Maybe it's just OP's husband in a wig. And
Yeah.
then, and then
Like, I didn't even recognize him.
yeah.
exactly.
So he's just so attractive in all these different wigs.
And then he like accuses her. He's like, "How dare you?" Now he knows all about the cheating because he tricked you. Now that this is clear, I'd like to ask for another piece of advice from people who are in a similar position as me and people who want to help.
People that are in a similar situation as me. Dude, do not go to the Facebook groups who are like, I want to cheat on my husband. How do I do it? Don't go there. I'm glad you're here.
A similar
we can set you straight.
similar situation as me. I love you. If you don't want to help and just want to judge me, then skip it and move on to the next Reddit post you find. Thanks. Well, a long time has passed since my last update. Whoa. Well, okay, actually, first, before we read that, I think, OP, if you're genuinely looking for advice, because I can understand you made an oopsie on purpose, and that's not okay. What you have to do now is be honest about it. Stop it, because you know it's wrong. You're feeling bad about it.
Stop. Get some help.
Exactly. If you keep going with this, you're just going to feel worse. You know that it's wrong. You know that it's not cool for your husband to be like treated like this.
But she kind of likes it.
Well, exactly. She likes it. But, you know, sometimes it's fun to play with fire. Doesn't mean we can burn things down. We can burn down people's property. You know what I mean?
Especially-
Gotta
That's
keep it
arson.
That's arson.
That's arson.
Exactly.
Yep. Sometimes people like to play with their hot dog on a stick whenever it's on fire. That's a dangerous game to play.
Dangerous game to play. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, OP.
Weenie roasts?
You know that it's not okay. So, yeah, just end it. Talk to your husband about it. Look at the deeper issue and work on that.
Okay, real
Okay.
quick before we get into this update, I'm gonna need you guys to laugh at one silly dick joke because I need to be
I'm
fulfilled.
trying so hard.
I need to be fulfilled in that way, or else I'm gonna turn into this woman and go on some other podcast and make dick jokes there. Okay? Or I'm gonna have to call
Yeah.
Keon and Dakota. Do you want that?
Well,
Riley's making
Riley-
jokes for the boys, and it's just the girls. Trying.
Right.
Okay.
Riley
I
is
need
a
this.
self-proclaimed laughing or.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am a laughing whore, and I am proud of it.
Whoa, you can't say that word,
Not
Riley.
gonna lie, me too though.
All right, on to the small update. Long story short, things are in a weird state right now.
I wonder why.
My husband did well for a while, but around 2 months ago, he told me that he just doesn't feel very spicy related, and he's never had high libido in his life, so he's finding it hard to have spicy sleep as often as we were. It wasn't even much. 2 times per week, Wednesdays and Saturdays mostly. They've got it scheduled. Got it scheduled out.
Fun fact, that's when Survivor and other new TV show come out.
On Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Just get really riled up from survival. He told me that for him it's more spontaneous and we would be okay to do it once per week or even less often. For this reason, he accepted my proposal of an open marriage. So she did both. So she was like, how can we work on our spicy life, and then also can we open the marriage?
I think he came. He came to her, understood it. It's like, what's
Well, he accepted her proposal. So it wasn't his idea.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yikes, dude.
Dude, if I swear to goodness gracious, if
Like-
she goes and has spicy sleep with that office
yeah.
coworker,
It's definitely gonna happen. Like, no wonder it's in a weird state right now, dude. Come on. So he gave me 2 conditions. The first, that I always use a wiener wrapper, and that I'm very hygienic so I don't get any disease. Second, that I always come home to sleep. Even if it's very late, we only have 1 car, so he even offered to pick me up at any time just to make sure I'm safe at the end of the night. The first month was a thrill. I don't want to hear about it, OP. I don't want to hear about it.
I hate you, OP.
I don't want to hear about it.
I hate you.
But guys, they talked about an open marriage and they agreed to it. So this is they're playing by their own rules.
Yeah.
They had a conversation.
I just can't believe they didn't like figure this out before they got married. Like, this is maybe why you need to wait a little longer than 2 years to get married, people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a personal opinion, but that's pretty fast. I explained to my coworker the arrangement with my husband and we got together right off. It was amazing. I went to his place after work almost every day for 3 weeks and we had a great time. It is the best spicy sleep of my life so far. There was a lot of passion and he had much more stamina than I had experienced before. And he has a great body too.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yikes, dude.
I can't.
Yikes.
I can't.
We didn't meet for a week because I got my period and then he got the vid, so I haven't seen him since then. I got into dating apps and have hooked up with a couple younger guys, early 20s. It has been fun as well. During those 2 months, things didn't change much with my husband. We were loving partners whenever we met at home and he didn't ask me anything. However, last weekend he asked me a bunch of questions. Who had I been with and how I felt about them? He didn't care much about the spicy sleep, but more about the feelings. I told him that I didn't feel love for anyone else, only him, which is true. My husband said that he is happy that I'm having a satisfied life now and that he is worried that I will love someone else and leave him. I asked him if he wanted to get divorced and he said no, that he wants to be married forever to me and that if his libido gets higher, then we could close the relationship again. I tried to convince him to get into dating apps and find girls, but he wasn't interested. I assured him I won't leave him, but I don't know how I can make him trust me. I love him above everything, but I understand that my actions might say otherwise. I want him to be happy. Please let me know if you have any advice. And there are some
Girlfriend,
comments.
The move was to get a counselor and figure out a way to maybe increase his libido because he still loves you in this way.
Yeah,
The
dude.
move was to get a counselor, period.
That too, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like there are probably things you can figure out, some sort of compromise. I mean, what have you been doing this whole time? You've been together for 4 years, right? I mean, like, have
She's
you
been
really
cheating.
just put up with it for 4 years? Like,
Wild. God.
I don't know. I mean, like, you know,
Oh.
if it works for you guys, it works for you guys. I just have a
Clearly
really
doesn't.
strong feeling that it's not going to work.
It's not. It's really not because
Yeah.
he's starting to get paranoid about the feelings, and now he's probably going to get paranoid about the physical aspect of the relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, you know, even if this goes on and he like gets more used to it and stuff, like he's that possibility of you just like leaving because of feelings for another. That's technically always a possibility. Like that's, you know, you could always do that, but that possibility is much higher now that he knows you're basically dating. But there are some comments. Comment number 1 says, everyone should note how she had someone lined up and ready to go from the jump. If someone even broaches the subject of an open relationship, you know cheating has occurred. And to answer your question, your husband is correct. Eventually, you will fall in love with your spicy sleep partner and lose all feelings for your husband. Divorce would be the best for you both. Comment number 2 says, if you actually loved your husband, you'd let him go instead of manipulating him and causing him constant heartache. No amount of justification will make you seem any less selfish and heartless, and I suspect you'll find the same response no matter which group you post in next. I hope his next partner treats him properly, because you clearly lack the emotional depth to do so. And there is another update. Let's just jump right in. Update number 2. I talked with my husband about how I felt about our spicy sleep life and that it wasn't fulfilling me. He told me how he is feeling worse about his depression since the pandemic has taken a toll on his income as a freelancer, and that has lowered his libido in the past few months. I was honest with him and told him there was someone at work who I was attracted to but wouldn't do anything unless he allowed me to. I asked him how he would feel about an open marriage, with the promise that as soon as someone wants to close it, it would be closed and no hard feelings. I told him that he could also do it with other women, of course.
But he's not going to.
He doesn't. That's not like that's. He doesn't want that.
Yeah,
He's doing this to make you feel happy
exactly.
instead of figuring out a way to.
Well, I don't even think it's like if he has a low libido, if he's always had that, there might not be any way for him to raise that.
Yeah.
But then the relationship doesn't work if that's what she wants and he doesn't want that.
Yeah.
Don't cheat on your, like, you literally planned to cheat,
Mm-hmm.
then got permission to go hook up with someone you already wanted to hook up with, and we're like
Yeah.
trying to lead up to that. So
Mhm.
it just wasn't. This is not working anymore. You can't have a
Exactly.
relationship. like
Exactly.
this.
And OP is referring to when the request opened up. After hearing my request for an open marriage, he cried. Because this was a Friday, he spent the whole weekend crying and locked up in our bedroom. He came out to sleep in the couch during the night, but he spent both Saturday and Sunday locked in with his phone only. I came in a couple of times to hug him and try to comfort him. I felt terrible and repeated several times that I loved him and wanted to be with him forever, that I didn't want to open the marriage if he wasn't okay with it, and he clearly wasn't. So just forget I said anything. He eventually asked me about this guy I liked, and I told him how he looks and how he makes me feel. I told him about our flirting, about the hug, and that he made me feel it was time to either end the game or do something about it. And
Do something about it, like also ending it.
Yeah, dude, like, come on.
Also, doesn't this guy know you're married?
He does, yeah. So it's not like, oh, well, I mean, I'm assuming actually. Sure, she's got a ring on. So,
Oh
yikes.
my gosh.
He said he would think about the open marriage and let me know in a few days. The week after this, I was very busy at work, but I wanted him to feel safe that I wasn't staying extra hours at work to be with my colleague, so I worked from home. Having that distance with my colleague made me miss him a lot, and I realized I might like him more than I first wanted to admit. That week was mostly uneventful. My husband was also working from home, and we barely talked during work hours, but we had a nice time during the evenings. We had dinner together every evening and watched the new Vikings TV series, which we both really liked.
Okay. Wait, going.
No bedroom fun, though, and no mention of the open marriage.
So this was OP did this with her husband?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Is that what you were clarifying?
Yeah.
Okay. The week after that, I went back to the office, and when I saw my coworker again, I felt this amazing sensation again.
Oh,
I
gosh.
realized how attracted I was to him and how much I wanted him to touch me. The thought of it still drives me crazy. It was his 25th birthday that week, so we went out with other coworkers to have dinner. At the end, we were alone in the restaurant, and we held hands. It felt unbelievably good. I was about to leave because I felt I was starting to cross the line, but then he asked me if he could kiss me. I asked him if he knew I was married. And note, I don't wear my wedding ring during the winter, so he hadn't seen it.
What?
Wait, why not during the winter?
Yeah, what's that about? There's no way it's too cold because it's on your body.
You're just wearing gloves and you don't want it to come off whenever you take your gloves off?
Yeah, that's just weird. Interesting. He said yes, but that he didn't mind. After that, I let go of his hand and left the restaurant. I didn't say goodbye, I just left. When I came home, my husband has prepared the bedroom with candles and music, and he even brought me my favorite candy and big teddy bear plushie that was holding a letter. We sat on the bed and he asked me to read the letter out loud. It pretty much said that he loved me above all things and he would do anything to keep us together, and he proposed again. He gave me a ring with no diamond and put it in my right hand. He told me he was going to get a job so that he didn't have to worry about his freelance business, and also he was going to start working out too to fight his depression and hopefully get his libido up again.
I'm sorry, just a little. This is the same story, or is it just a commenter?
This is the same story.
This is the same
So
story.
Yeah.
basically, OP is kind of going back in time a little bit and
Yeah.
saying that
Got it.
originally he said no open marriage. He cried. And then she went, had dinner with the coworker and was like, oh, we almost kissed. And then she goes back. Her husband's prepared all of this and is now saying, I want to do whatever you like want.
Okay. So we're getting the play-by-play
Yeah.
here. It makes sense why this guy's libido is low, because right now he's probably having to struggle to make
Well,
ends meet.
yeah.
Then also working in a freelance job is very lonely. If he's working at home, it's very tough.
Yeah.
Makes kind of sense because he's trying to hold it down on his end and doesn't have a lot of social interactions.
Yeah, and I mean, he literally just said that he's going to try fighting his depression. So he's been just depressed this whole time. Like, no wonder his libido's down. That's how that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
When I had a freelance business, I was pretty stressed out a lot because I was like hoping, oh, am I going to make ends meet this month? Is
yeah,
everything
you
going to
don't
be fine?
know.
It's
Yeah.
tough. It's really tough.
What? So see, there's things to do about the low libido. It's not just like, he's just stuck with this for the rest of his life. Not like, hey, maybe I can help my husband like not be so depressed anymore or something.
And
like,
if he's not working out too, like, dude, I haven't worked out in a little bit and my head is so foggy.
yeah,
Whenever I work out, I'm pretty sharp. And if you're not, you know, getting
yeah.
those kind of endorphins or, you know, whatever, the type of serotonin, whatever, dopamine,
yeah,
your brain's not going to be as sharp and it's not going to be feeding off of that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
and I think working out too like does actually higher your libido too. So that in itself like
Yeah.
would help. But oh man, the fact that he's doing all this after she literally just almost kissed this guy.
Yikes.
Yeah. He told me he didn't want an open marriage and apologized a bunch of times for not being as good in bed as I wanted him to be. I kept reassuring him that he is the most amazing person in the world and that he is more than enough, that it is me who is stupid and has issues. I told him we could go to the gym together and I would behave professionally with my coworker from now on. By the way, I hope that you always take us to the gym because you can listen to full episodes of more stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime. You can listen to us while you're working out and working on your libido.
So Duchess Kazanda says OP heard the libido was down because her husband was depressed and she didn't go. How can I help you out of the space? Instead, she wants to open the relationship like she saw an opportunity.
Yeah. I feel like there's like a difference, you know, finding your spicy chemistry is important in a relationship, but like using the excuse of like, oh, I just like have a high libido and you just have a low libido. It's like, okay, well, if there's that issue, then it's like either work on it, find a good compromise that you're actually okay with, or you just aren't compatible.
And then Duchess also says, also, I don't like that OP phrased it a ring without a diamond instead of like an emerald ring or whatever the gems were in the ring. She's like, oh, he got me a ring without a diamond and proposed to me instead of, oh, he got me a ring and proposed.
Yeah, true. It's a little.
Yeah, that's really good
weird,
wording.
but-
Good eye.
Yeah, but there's a little bit more to the story.
Yep. And sorry, Perverse Leah says, dudes, I am Polly, and this woman's behavior has me wide-eyed. I'm not understanding how she can treat this mono man like this. This is cheater behavior, not poly behavior.
Exactly. She's not in a poly relationship or an open relationship. She's a cheater.
Yeah, it's that whole libido excuse. Like, oh, it's just biology, babe. I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I need this. Things are much better between us now. He has put a lot of effort into performing better in the bedroom, and going to the gym has helped us both with the negative feelings we had as a result of our conversation. We are now at a much better place than we were before, and I feel more connected to him than ever before. I am still, of course, attracted to my coworker, but I decided to close that door and just ignore him from now on. We don't work in the same department, so I don't need to talk to him at all. The less time I spend with him, the less I like him. I feel that the infatuation is starting to disappear, which I am very grateful for. Thank you again to everyone who reached out, especially those who told me about the affair fog. It really helps me put things into perspective and prevented me from making a stupid mistake I would regret for the rest of my life. And that's the end of that story, but I'm very confused because this sounded like we were going back in time to like when the question was first popped up as like, hey, do you want to have an open relationship?
Yeah.
And then now it looks like they chose not to, but we read earlier, I feel
That
like
she
our
did
updates
open
got
it.
a little out of line there. I feel
I am kind of confused by that too.
I have a feeling because one of the updates, like it didn't have a specific update, like
Time.
like title thing. I think it might have been out of order. And I think that update, I think it sounds like they were going to be fine with like not having an open relationship.
No, I think what happened was that he said, yeah, I'm cool with an open relationship. So I think what it was So OP comes to him, says, hey, I want
Yeah.
an open relationship. He starts crying, says no.
Yeah.
She goes to have dinner with the guy that
Almost
she knows
kisses him.
and almost kisses him. Comes back. He's like, actually, I'm okay with it. They try it out and
Oh.
then realize this isn't working. And then he tries to work on his libido. I think that was.
That's
yeah.
the journey.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's really
confusing.
weird.
Yeah,
'Cause- yeah.
Super weird. Wasn't update 1 that she had an amazing few weeks sleeping with a coworker and that Tinder
Yeah.
guy? Did I imagine that? So I think she had there was like a few months in. I don't know. I am confused by this.
I'm
too.
I'm kind of guessing maybe like at first he wasn't okay with it because he said like he'll do whatever he can to keep the marriage, but that meant like going to the gym and stuff. He then said he does like he told me he didn't
Okay.
want an open marriage.
Well, Nikki
so,
Wolf said they never opened it. He said give him a week and told her
So
no.
it could have been too that like maybe they opened it at first and then after a while he was like, no, I just actually really don't like this.
Yeah.
And then maybe the kiss that he was asking about was kissing in public because that was at a party. So maybe that's what it was. They were doing things in secret and then I guess the whole time he didn't know that. And then afterwards now, since things were kind of weird, now he's like, no, I don't want an open marriage.
Yeah. Weird.
But man, oh man,
Guys,
I
we
hope that
got-
you guys can be happy.
One more story for y'all coming right up. My wife cheated at the start of our relationship because she was unsure about me.
Well, I thought you were sure when you married me.
My wife, 36 female, and I, 38 male, have been together since 2010. We both work full-time and don't have kids. We've been trying for a while without success. Through recent events left me wondering if I really want this with her now. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Infected Mars, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So we met when we were both in the university, me 2007 and she 2008. We were friends before we got together. In the end of the 2009, start of 2010 semester, she was going through a bad time in her relationship at the time, and I ended up supporting her with a mutual friend of ours. She broke up with her ex, and a few months later, one thing led to another, and we ended up kissing, which led to me inviting her on a date. And the rest just happened. We were officially together in 2010, and I couldn't be happier. Our marriage and relationship in general were always pretty good. We've always communicated well, and I never had a reason to suspect my wife was cheating. Last Saturday, there was a barbecue in her brother's house. I got inside to get some stuff in the kitchen, and while I was looking inside the fridge, I overheard my wife talking to her sister in the other room. I wasn't trying to snoop on them at first. I really don't do this kind of thing. But then I heard something like, OP can never know about this. Well, of course, that was my cue to actually snoop. I hid and listened to her talking. Apparently, her sister almost cheated on her boyfriend and was feeling guilty. And my wife told her about the time she slept with a guy who was a lab assistant with her at the university after we started dating. We were exclusive, see edit 2, in 2010.
Whoa! That's crazy. Her sister is like, oh my gosh, like I feel so bad. I'm cheating. And then she's like, it's okay. You're fine. Like I've been there. I've done it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. This is how you can keep a secret. And that's when she stops keeping her secret.
No, absolutely not. The fact that a sibling or a friend could ever justify someone almost cheating, that is not a healthy relationship. So, why would this wife want to cheat? So, in her words, she said, I wasn't sure about things with OP would work out at the time, and I allowed myself to do it. I felt guilty once I saw how much he loved me and treated me, and I could see a future with him. Then her sister asked if something else happened later in the relationship, and my wife said, no, it was just that one time, and I wish I could forget about it. I haven't talked to her about this yet. I'm not sure how to approach it. I feel incredibly hurt, and I know confronting her right now may just worsen things. Again, I've never had reasons to suspect she cheated, but she hid this from me all these years, and now I just found out. It feels like she just cheated on me, and I'm really broken. She noticed I'm not myself these past few days, and I dismissed it saying it's just stress, but she knows me, and she will keep trying to get an answer. I don't know what to do. Should I just try and forget what I heard? I don't know if I should talk to her right now or process it in therapy first. We have an edit. I had this happen to a family member once.
Really?
Yep. Their partner cheated on them and they found out like 10 years later.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah. And
Dude, that's
they
hard.
still stayed together through a very hard time. But did they say that they don't have kids right now, right, Sophia?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think they were trying to have kids. But now
Wow.
she's stuck. Do we break up? Do we divorce?
I mean, maybe. Like, maybe that's on the table. Because, like you said, yeah, it feels like you just got cheated on. Like, I remember... Oh, I spilled my burrito on the couch. I'll clean it up. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's like it hurts. I remember like leaving a relationship and then like 9 months later, I realized that he like definitely probably cheated on me. And even though I was like very happy to not be with him anymore, I was still like hurt so much by that. And he's not, you know what I mean? He's way out of the picture. So it's like, it's still like, it still gets you. But then if you're still with that person and they've haven't even given you a hint that they might have cheated, like they are that trustworthy while actively like had been keeping the secret this whole time. That's a even more trust that's being broken.
Got an edit. I decided I will talk to her, but not right now. I'm still very upset, and I don't want this to turn into a shouting match. I want it to be a conversation, not a fight. I have a therapy session today, and I will speak with my therapist about it. Hopefully, it will help me start this conversation with my wife. Had I known she cheated at the time, I would have definitely broke up with her. I understand everyone's saying just leave, but this is the person I built my life with, the person who supported me in so many ways and helped me grow as a person and as a professional. Before I make any harsh decisions, I want to hear what she has to say about this. Then I will decide for myself what I will be willing to do going forward. No, I don't believe she cheated on me any other than this time. She never gave me any reasons to think she did. I've always had access to her phone. She was never secretive of anything, and we spent most of our free time together. But how she will answer when I talk to her about it will surely either confirm this or change it completely. We had an edit too. I talked to my therapist. It helped me a lot. My head is in a much better place now, and I will talk to my wife tonight. My decision on what will be my next steps will be based on the way she reacts and responds to me. Also, people are assuming we aren't exclusive when the cheating happened. We were. Words were lost in translation after we started dating. Literally means Spanish, I believe, in my mother's tongue. And this is something we say in my country only when couples are exclusive, which was in our case. We did have a phase of friends with benefits. Then we were both seeing other people, but we knew about it. We have an update.
Oh, wait a second. Sorry, I have a little burrito in my mouth.
Wait a second. She's eating a burrito.
What do you got to say?
We had a little bit of a friends with benefits thing while we were seeing other people. While we were both seeing other people.
So they were seeing other people. Then they said, hey, now we're together. We're boyfriend, girlfriend now.
Yeah, but it said that we had a friends with benefits thing while we were both seeing other people.
So this is what happened. They were friends.
Yeah.
Seeing each other, messing around,
Yeah.
friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Became exclusive. She then hooked up with the other guy.
But Angie's implying that they were in relationships when they started. So that's, I think, the
Yeah.
question.
So they basically like were cheating on their relationships with each other.
I
it
think
seems like.
I think she was implying that they were also seeing other people at first.
Yeah.
But then they became official. So they weren't like seeing
Oh.
people officially.
You're reading
They
it.
were just kind of dating around.
Okay.
Update. Anyway, after I made the post, I talked to my therapist. She helped me put things in perspective and made me really think on what and how I value my relationship with my wife. She made me realize that I really needed to have this conversation with my wife, but not about the cheating itself, but how she hid it from me. Last night, I decided to speak with my wife. I've waited until we were both chilling and called her to our bedroom, saying I needed to talk. She tensed up and went with me, asked me what's wrong. We both sat on our bed and had to hold myself together not to break down in front of her. I said I heard when she spoke to her sister about the time she cheated when we started our relationship. Yes, we started being exclusive. I said I was hurt a lot, but even more due to the fact that she hid it from me. I asked her why she did it and why she never told me anything. She broke down crying in front of me. She said it was true. It happened right after we became exclusive. She said that us being friends at the time and even having a friends with benefit phase made her fall in love with me pretty fast. At the time, she had some friends that kept encouraging her to stay away from me because she was getting too much attached and too fast, and she needed to wait and have more fun before going all in into another relationship. When I asked her to be my girlfriend, she said she really wanted to be together with me. So she said yes. But her being Her words, a naive idiot at the time, she let herself get influenced by those friends. And in one of those nights outs, she got wasted and ended up making out with the guy that worked with her in the lab. She said it was just a makeout and nothing spicy related happened. She swore she exaggerated the story to her sister, but they didn't have spicy sleep. She said she regretted it immediately and left the party for her home and cried all night. Now, I don't like that she exaggerated it to the sister.
I don't even believe that she did.
I don't
think
believe
she's telling
that.
OP
I
lies.
think we should call the guy or become friends with the guy and trying to get it out of him.
From 10 years ago?
Plant a seed.
I
Plant
mean,
a guy beside of him.
You could try.
Disguise yourself and then be like, hey, you ever see this guy, girl? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we made out once. Or, oh, yeah, me and her hooked up.
Yeah, I don't know why she would exaggerate for her sister, though. Because the sister didn't actually cheat, right? She was just, like, thinking about cheating. So it's not like she was like, oh, no, I slept with someone. And then the wife is like, oh, it's okay. I did that, too. You know what I mean? It's like, you didn't have to do that. Like, what?
I said it was irrelevant if they had spicy sleep or not. It was the fact that she kept this hidden from me that hurts the most. She cried again and said it was wrong of her and it was a stupid mistake. She just wanted to pretend it never happened. Said she was afraid I was going to leave her for something so stupid and did not have the courage to tell me. She swore she loved me and never felt anything for anyone else after we got together. Then she begged me to forgive her. Again, saying it was a stupid mistake out of a young and naive girl who has gotten out of a bad relationship and let herself be influenced by bad friends. I felt she was honest, and I mean it. I believe every word of her, and I feel she was genuinely regrets what has happened. And you will regret not going to your favorite podcast platform and searching up OK Storytime after the story. Just go to Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify and see these stories so you can live regret-free. We have a little bit left. Girls, what do you got to say?
She cheated on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a liar.
Liar.
Yeah. Like, if you really think that you could still work this out and you want to still work this out, then that would be great if you could. But, I mean, if she's been lying to you this whole time, and then, I mean, maybe she's telling the truth about not actually hooking up with him. Maybe. But I don't believe it. So if she's lying, then she's lying to you again. Right now. She had a second chance. Just so many chances all of these years to not lie to you about this. And she's literally, you're confronting her and she's had another chance and she's throwing it away.
Caitlin says, funny how she's not taking accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend said it. I was just got out of a bad relationship. I'm just hearing excuses. Not. I'm truly
So
sorry I had this from you.
naive. Yeah. It's like, no, you were an adult. You were aware of your actions. I know you're wasted, but you were still in control. And so you did it.
Back to the story. I said I forgive her, but I want to be able to celebrate the date of our start again. So we decided to pick another date. We now celebrate our marriage anniversary and the date we moved in together. We deflated like a balloon after we spoke. She said it was tormenting her to keep this secret. I'm not going to lie, say the situation did not leave a mark in our relationship. It did. Things definitely shifted, but not in a we need to end things kind of way. Talking to her really did me good, and I love her more than anything. Even though it hurt, I'm now certain we will both be able to navigate this together. That's the end of that story.
Well,
Wow, beautiful. Cheating makes relationships stronger, guys. If you want your relationship to be stronger, maybe go cheat and get back together.
well.
Terrible advice.
Yeah. It makes 10% of relationships stronger because the 90% of people leave.
All right. Well, sure.
So roll the dice.
Sure.
That's my PSA for the day. But
Yeah,
guys, that's the
great.
end of the story.
That's the end of that story.
And the end of the episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.